fishing boat, grilled cheese, accordion, roller skates.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight.
Good job counting.
8 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That too.
Yeah. You thought just showing off I knew how to count?
I thought you were just being show off.
You thought I was like constantly trying to, I guess, save myself or redeem myself from my football and math problem.
Math stuff. I was
like, I got numbers, guys. Look.
He's a real fast counter, guys.
I got him down.
Did it. Nailed it.
I'm Joe Paisley.
I'm Dan Cummins.
Which I'm very happy for everyone who has written in and said to Joe and Fred. So they were addressing me as Fred Flintstone.
I'm Fred Flintstone.
You requested it, and they were just following your lead, man. New episodes of Is We Dumb every Wednesday at high noon Pacific time, and the goal, as always, will be smarter by the end of the episode.
Absolutely.
Be better people all together.
We got some real dumb stuff to talk about today.
We sure do. Find us online. Facebook, Instagram, at Is We Dumb. If you want to segment content, you want to send in anything along those guidelines, which, you guys, it is amazing. The stories you guys are sending us, the 1-star reviews you're sending us.
Yeah, thank you.
The very most important starting questions that you guys are sending us. I mean, it's a lot of fun. And that goes to dumb@iswedumb.com. Mm-hmm. Everything else, info@iswedumb.com. And you can find our merch at badmagicmerch.com and also at iswedumb.com.
Sweet.
So sweet. We got get that merch.
We got some fun stuff. Got some fun merch.
We do.
Got a fun show.
Right. And I'm not just gonna go forward until we get something out of the way here.
I heard to put on a new hat today.
You do. Here's your shithead.
My shithead hat.
Here's your shithead hat. This is our new dunce cap.
Oh boy.
We had a feeling last week we addressed that you are very good at doing stuff that you have to apologize for.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and make another apology.
What is this about the fire?
This is about the fire. It's about the gas can, actually.
About how I set a big, I don't know, maybe like a 10 gallon container of gas next to the fire.
Right. Like a couple feet away.
Mm-hmm. And that's not good, right?
It's not.
I know it's not.
You're not supposed to do that.
I don't want to do that again.
No. You shouldn't.
What I've learned.
Okay.
Listen, you guys. Sometimes I like to set fires, and it's fun.
It is fun.
But I know that the fire isn't always fun for everyone, and I know it's not. I know it's not fun to get. I know it's not fun to get engulfed in flames. And I know that one way that you can do that is if you put your gas container, which is full, because you want to make the fire bigger later, and you're lazy, and you set it directly next to a roaring fire. And I know in my heart that I shouldn't do that, especially when my son is 6 feet away. And when it happened just a few months ago,
right?
Not when I was 9 or 10. So don't be Dan, and don't if you're going to set fires for fun, at least be responsible enough to A, not set them next to your house.
Yeah.
And B, move the gas container at least 10 feet away from fire.
More than 6 inches away.
More than 6 inches away.
Well, thank you. I think people will appreciate that.
Yay!
But seriously, I know for sure.
That was a dumb thing I didn't even think about. Is the sad part.
The second I watched it, when you set the I went, my heart goes, oh my God. He said, why is that right there? It's way too close. And then the same thing for, I swear to God, at least 100 people.
Yeah.
For either DMs or emails were like, Dan, move the fucking can, bro. And, I found an example.
Okay.
I just wanted to show you what could have happened.
Oh, God.
Zach, if you want to show my screen here real quick, we're going to take an example. This is not exactly what you did, but it's very close.
Okay, this looks like something I'd be doing.
Right. So there's a fire, and this guy's trying to get the fire to be bigger, and he's going to do a big no-no.
Okay.
And you get to watch this escalate real quick here. Watch.
Oh,
boop.
yeah.
And throw it in the bushes.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, we're on slow-mo.
Oh, man, he almost burned his face.
I know. He smashed into his couch, his outdoor couch, almost fell back into the fire he just did, and the gas can exploded. And that could have been you, bro.
Why does fire have to be so ouchy no-no?
But also so beautiful and fun.
So beautiful and fun. Why is it so attractive?
I don't know. It's like sex. It's great. It's amazing. The byproduct is really hard to do.
Oh man, so don't. Yeah, and also what he did that I've done in the past. I don't know that I did it on the wasp thing, but I have done this. Don't pour like as the fire is already really going, don't just pour gasoline because it can travel back into the container and blow it up.
I was not really. It can. It fucking will.
It will.
Yeah.
If you do it long enough. And I've played the game of like as if I know what I'm doing. I've done that with fires in the past. I'm like, yeah, but I just do it quick pours.
Right.
So there's no way it can happen then. As if I'm a fire expert. No research.
The only way you can do it, and again, don't do it.
Don't do it.
But you have like an empty soup can that you fill up with gas.
Right.
And you can throw it, and that way it gets out and away from the container and away from your hand.
Okay.
It creates space.
I think we should rename the show just Fire Tips.
Firefighters, Dan and Joe.
Okay, so
aspiring firefighters.
Right. Aspiring firefighters.
Well, thank you. I'm glad. We'll see what you have to apologize for next week.
Learn from me. Oh, yeah. Right. I'm going to be telling some stories today, so I'll probably have more things to be ashamed of.
Well, let's get into the very super most important starting question. The very super most important starting question. Yay! This one is super weird. Okay. And it makes me so happy just to picture all of this.
Okay.
I have no idea how we're going to come to a decision, but I'll go ahead and read it to you. Zach, on the screen, please. Oh my, Zach, it's not do this.
Hey.
Zach. Okay.
Okay.
See, I'm working.
Look, it's back off the screen.
He took it back off. He did that.
He did it on purpose.
He did that last week, I swear to God.
Now that he's all chiseled jaw guy.
What if I just stood up, ripped my fucking headphones out, and just went out there and cold cocked him? He's a giant man, though. He'd smash my face.
It'd be fun for me. All of that would be fun for me.
Yay!
I get to watch the excitement, none of the pain.
You just start a fire off to the side and watch us fight.
I'll just be burning shit in the background.
Woo! Do it, guys! Would you rather have a 10-inch long belly button that swayed to music or accordions for legs?
This is the weirdest one yet. I have a 10-inch long belly button that sways to music. 10-inch long. Or accordions for legs. Man.
Like, picture the guy with the 10-inch belly button, and he's at a rave. Right? Yeah. And this is going, and he's just standing out in the corner, and it's just like this weird-ass belly button situation.
And it's long. It's out there. It's like really moving his shirt. Maybe just go shirtless.
Right.
So you can really let it sway.
Just like, ow! Like hitting people's glasses over and shit. Like, God damn it. Sorry. Excuses. Like, what could you do with that?
I'll tell you what you could do.
Okay.
You can put a string on the end of it.
All right.
And you wrap the other end of the string to the end of your dick. Okay. And you got a little sway buddy. And now they're both just moving.
It's like the fishing stick.
They're both moving.
Fishing pole holding the worm. Like that type of situation. Like bobbing around a little bit.
Yeah.
Check it. You like what you see?
Yeah.
You're
like
attracting
that?
like things to come and catch. Maybe you get one.
Maybe
you'll come home empty. You're
man.
Swimming up. I mean, I'm surprised as a fishing guide.
Right.
Like yourself.
As an avid fisherman like myself.
You haven't brought this trick into the dance club.
Listen, you know what? You're not going to catch any fish if you're not bobbing your hooks. You know what I mean? I don't even know if that
that works. Everyone in the club is like, is that power bait? And he's fucking just got Chad. Chad in his belly button. Like it. Ooh. Fuck yeah.
That's really creepy.
It's super creepy.
It's really creepy to have a long 10-inch belly button that sways to music. But accordions for legs.
Right.
I mean,
these two dudes in the club.
The duo?
The duo.
If one of us picks belly button with string to ween, and the other one picks accordion legs, holy shit, what a team.
Vegas, baby.
Hello, America's Got Talent. Back-to-back grand champion. Yes. And then,
Dan and Joe.
and then the accordion. I can't think of how an accordion sounds. I can roughly picture it in my head.
It sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, because I can't replicate it. I can make the sound in my head.
Right. It's got to be close to, or somewhat close to this, but
it's somewhat close to a calliope. So yeah,
okay, like a little more squeaky though.
So the one the guy's squeaking, bouncing up and down, and the other guy's raving. Oh man, it's quite a visual.
It's a great thing.
But if you have to pick one, and I'm guessing the accordion does make music.
It has to.
Accordion legs, so you're making those crazy music, and you have the weirdest walk. You have the strangest gait if you have accordion legs.
Oh man,
I would love to see, because there's no rule about how fast or not fast you can be. I would love to see accordion leg dude just fucking gold medal Olympics 200 meter dash. Just the and just so bouncy, just the weirdest run.
I'll tell you what, you couldn't be.
What?
Quiet. You couldn't be a ninja.
Nope.
You couldn't say you're a kid. You're trying to sneak out your parents' house. Like those super slow accordion steps. Just like,
I picture a naval recruiter. Talk to somebody who's like the most in shape, the smartest, the strongest, toughest person they've ever recruited. And he really wants to be a Navy SEAL. But they're like, dude, Brad,
Brad,
I hate to be the one to break this to you.
That was him turning around to listen to what he had to say.
But you're like, you hit 100% on every one of your scores. You're the best I've ever seen.
Ever.
But you got those goddamn accordion legs.
What do you mean?
I'm so sorry, but we've tried oil. We've tried noise canceling fucking pants.
Right.
And there's just no way you can be able to sneak up on anybody.
Unfortunately, the enemy doesn't wear they don't all wear like noise canceling headphones. If they did, this would be great.
Listen.
I picture like a war scene. You have like the dudes doing the signs, like the eye stuff, and like all the hand signals, like, and then you just, God damn, like
he's like, I can't let you in full, but we do have one mission. There's a school for the deaf that we have to fucking destroy.
Right.
It's a one-man job,
and you're
that man.
You're the man. Another thought that I'm having about the 10-inch long belly button.
Yeah.
Great at parties for limbo.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's the only.
Oh, my God. The creepiest limbo. The creepiest limbo.
Okay, come on, guys.
Oh, man.
Dip under.
But you have to pick. You have to pick one of them. They're so terrible. They're so freakish.
You couldn't have a shirt ever. You just have like a shirt and a hole cut out with a fucking belly button. Could you hang like? What could you do? You could do like like if you put a flag on it, you at least get some like patriot points.
Right.
An American flag hanging off your dumbass belly button.
Oh, 4th of July, you fucking crush it. You crush it.
You can hang the spinny fireworks off of it.
Proud to be an American. And then while your belly button's like, I'm gonna go belly button.
You're gonna go belly button
rather than accordion legs. And there's
it's such an inconvenience, all of them. But
I might pick a cheap loophole. I could cut my fucking belly button off. You don't need a belly button. You need legs. You don't need legs. I would rather have legs than a belly button.
Okay. Fine.
I'm belly button.
You're going to bleed to death.
Be an interesting porn career.
Oh, sit on it, baby.
Sit on that button.
Well, your dick is tiny, but that belly button.
Suck that button.
So deep.
Suck that button. Put that button in your mouth.
Where's the
Okay, I'm belly button.
Okay, you belly button.
Who are you?
Just so I can have the fantasy of us going on tour together. We're both going to be right. I'm going to go with the accordion legs.
Okay. Yay!
Because that Vegas show.
Yeah.
I was going to say move over.
Siegfried and Roy?
No.
Oh, because they've been gone forever.
Thunder Down Under. Oh, no. But then I just picture if we joined the team. And now you've got like super hot dudes,
newest members of Thunder
using the belly button as like a fucking pole.
Oh my
dancing
God!
Around chicks, and then you're just the music. Dance, boys, dance.
Well done.
Yeah.
I feel warmed up. That was fun.
Okay,
that was insane.
And we're just getting started.
Yeah,
it's my turn to be vulnerable this week.
Okay,
so let's move forward to Is We Dumb? I feel like you might have a story that will go along to this one.
I'm hoping so.
But I've been thinking a lot about airports lately.
Okay.
Because I'm mad that all of our trips got canceled because of COVID. I mean, we hardly ever go places.
Yeah.
And we had like trips to Texas and New Orleans, Hawaii, and they all got canned.
All
right?
done.
So I'm thinking about going places. I'm trying to, I don't know, whatever. My brain's just trying to take vacations all the time, I guess. But this reminded me of a dumb thing that I did.
Yeah.
That I do laugh and make fun of myself about still to this day. I go, God, you're really stupid, aren't you, buddy? We were at a wedding, or was it a wedding? But I got a really, really nice knife, like super nice pocket knife, right?
Like a buck knife.
Buck knife.
Did you get a buck knife?
Yeah. I mean, it flipped open. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't like actual buck knife.
Oh, okay.
But it was nice pocket knife, and as you know, in Idaho, it's very common for almost everybody you know to have a little knife, hooked on your pocket. You never know when you're going to need it. And at that point in my life, I was wearing, like, I had a knife in my pocket all the time in case I had to kill somebody or cut a box open. Like, it was either one of those
sliver.
It's one of those two things. You either break down boxes or kill somebody.
Right.
Whatever. But it was super. I mean, it had to have been at least a couple $100 knife for a pocket knife. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
Custom made, had them engraved, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it was a couple months later. Still pretty pumped about it. And we're packing for a trip that we're going to take. We're flying to, I don't know, we're going like to Seattle. Maybe it was Texas. I don't remember exactly where we were going.
Okay.
But I was so pumped about myself because I remembered.
Right.
I remembered that I had the nice knife in my pocket and we were about to leave. And I thought I was going to forget and then just like go to get on the plane. They'd be like, sorry, bro. You have to give me your fucking knife.
Okay.
Right? Like I've lost expensive shit before by being a dumbass.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I remembered. And I was like, pumped. I took it off and I just put it down and put it, in my suitcase pocket.
Okay.
So now
you have a knife in your suitcase?
I have a knife in my
suitcase.
suitcase.
Which is not illegal.
It is for your carry-on. So I took my nice knife from my pocket, put it in the pocket of my carry-on.
And tried to get through the same security system.
Super proud of myself for being like, yeah, bro, you did it.
Right.
You're not as dumb as the people think you are.
Right.
And slid it right into the same pocket, got there, and they took my fucking knife away.
Sure.
Just like,
I
was like, oh, like such a letdown. Like, just so pumped about what I was doing.
I picture them not doing that, where it's like you have a loaded 9mm. And then, but then you're like, oh shit, okay, now I just put it in my suitcase. And then they catch it and they're like, sir, this is a loaded 9mm handgun you have in your. Right. Oh no, it's in. Oh, you know what? Never mind. It's in your suitcase.
Right.
Okay, guys, do you think he could access this on the plane from a suitcase that he's going to put right above where he sits?
No.
Me neither.
No problem.
Free to go.
Promise you won't get it out. I promise.
You have to sign a note.
Go.
Sign this note. I promise not to use this on anyone in the plane.
Right.
Okay. Now you get to go.
Pinky swear. They make you do a little like kiss the end of it too. Like, okay, it's official.
Okay.
So I just went from one pocket to the other pocket and still got my nice shit taken away.
So you didn't get away with anything?
No, I lost my knife. I haven't gotten one that was that nice ever since. Now I don't even wear one anymore. Life is really going downhill for me, Dan.
I have like a reverse story of that.
You gained my knife?
I didn't gain your knife, but I did almost get in so much trouble, but they didn't catch it and it was kind of scary.
Okay.
Because I had another story in my head, but now that you talked about knives specifically, Ellie, I've told this story somewhere, but not here.
Okay.
I know I've told this publicly, so if you heard it before, I apologize, but for the dummies or whoever we're calling listeners.
They're calling themselves dummies. I think officially, can we just call
dummies?
They're dummies.
Okay, dummies.
They're a dummy. If you're one person, you're a dummy. As a collective, you're all dummies.
Oh, perfect.
It was better than fucking idiot.
Better than
or
fucking
stupid
idiot.
dipshit.
Or stupid dipshit, yeah.
So we'll go with dummy.
So this dummy, I was working by LAX for a while on a couple different shows, and we were having stupid dude humor. Somebody brought a huge knife into the office and like slammed it. We had these old wooden tables nobody cared about, and so it was just fun to like slam a knife in the table. We all thought it was hilarious.
Dude, just yesterday we were swinging a giant knife around the studio.
Oh yeah,
like
literally just yesterday.
It's just dude stuff.
Yep. And so the next day, somebody else brings a big knife.
All right.
Slams the table. So then it goes from there to joking around where it's like, who can bring the best knife the next day.
All right.
And we're like waving knives around at each other. A lot of knife stuff.
Okay.
And so I have a laptop bag at that time. And I keep bringing more knives, and I just keep putting more knives in my bag.
Okay.
And then the joke goes away, and I forget about it. And it's been like a week.
Oh, no.
Then I got to fly.
All right.
And then I forget that I have a bag of knives. Like, so it's a laptop bag. As one does. I had a laptop, charger, knives. And I remember that the knives are in there as the bag is on the little escalator, little conveyor belt going in to be scanned by TSA.
Did you just think you're carrying the heaviest laptop in the world?
I didn't. There was like 3. I mean, they're not that heavy, but there was like 3 hunting knives.
Right. Okay.
But like for legit knives, not like a little pocket knife, handy knife,
not machete.
No,
but not pocket knife.
Like I'll fucking stab you in the temple and it'll almost go through your head knife.
Okay. So decent
knives.
All right.
And then. As it's going, I have such a moment of panic because I can't, like, part of me wants to yell like, hey guys, there's a bunch of knives in my bag, but it's just for a joke.
I got knives.
I got a whole bunch of knives for a joke at work that we had. right. And then almost scarier, it goes through. No one caught it.
Oh, what?
Yep. No one caught it. So then I just threw my laptop bag of knives and went about for my fucking day, hopped on the flights and felt so good / also like, who else is bringing so many knives on these planes?
On the flight, you're like, oh, that's great. You set up a little bullseye and start like practicing your knife tossing down the alley.
Oh, so mine even possibly dumber, but I just got lucky and I didn't get caught.
I'm mad now. Do you have your knives?
One of them's at the office right now.
And I guarantee you this knife that got taken away was so nice that somebody has it.
Well, that's a nice ending.
He's got it. Whoever took it, they're like,
I don't think they get to keep the things they take.
I mean,
I've heard that.
Not supposed to.
I hope they take them sometimes.
Someone has to have it, right?
Steal it.
Take it, please. Somebody use this.
Yeah, don't just throw it away. Take it. It's a fucking great knife.
What can you do with this? Melt it down?
Yeah.
Go stab something with it.
Use it,
bitch. Sorry, I'm good. But that scares the shit out of me that got through. I'm scared to fly with like pretty much anything. Yeah. These days. Yeah. I don't know why.
I flew so much I got kind of cavalier towards the end.
Knowingly, like it's illegal. Like I'm not like I'm flying with like drugs now, but I have flown with drugs. And it scares the shit out of me.
I don't even think about, like, I just justified probably the last year I was flying. every backpack or whatever I was bringing for my carry-on, weed, literally every single time.
And just fine.
Just edibles. And I was like, I don't even care.
Knives, bazooka, weed.
Just weed.
Oh, it's a damn. Let them through.
Just let them through.
Preferred member. Get them on plane.
And in my head, and I'm going to tell myself this again when I start flying again, in my head, they're just going to be like, don't even worry about it. So I'm going to stick with that because I want to do it.
You're untouchable. First class.
I'm untouchable.
You're the first class. First seat. First seat in first class. Here's your gun. And they just like hand it over to you in the front seat.
Hand it over.
Anyway, yeah. So knives on airplanes. I'm sure it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not the only one that's gotten, I am curious, what is the like most expensive item that maybe our listeners have gotten taken away by forgetting to check it or thinking they could get away with it and it got caught? That'd be great.
I've been lucky. I haven't had that, but I've seen other people like get real sad going through security where they're like, God, like
take their kids.
We gotta throw your kid in the trash. You can't have that kid on the plane.
This kid's made of metal.
This kid's made out of metal. Fucking throw him in the trash.
Boom. Bye. It's an
and the parents sad, but they're like, I gotta make it to Hawaii.
I'm not gonna waste these tickets.
Not go on vacation.
Wait here. Stay right here by this trash can. I promise I'll be back in 2 weeks. I love you.
Exactly.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, let's look at other dumb people.
Yes.
Dumb idiots.
Dumb. Dumb, dumb. Dumb. Dumb, dumb. Idiot.
This story had me laughing in confusion, but also a part of me was like, oh my God, like if she would have gotten away with this, it would have made me really, really mad.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, she didn't. But there are clearly...
She did not get away with it.
She did not. There are clearly so many other better ways to get back at your ex than with this baloney story. Zach, go ahead and bring it up on the screen for me, homie. Woman sentenced to jail after she glued her vagina to frame ex-boyfriend.
Oh my God.
What? You see this, right?
She glued?
Yep.
She glued it. I don't even understand what that says about him. Okay.
Okay, so here we go.
Educate me, Mr. Paisley.
I will. A woman identified as Vanessa Gesto has been sentenced to 10 years in prison after she glued up her own private parts in a bid to frame her ex-boyfriend Ivan Rico for the crime. Gesto accused Rico of kidnapping her outside her home and later abandoning her while semi-naked after squeezing the super glue into her private parts.
Oh my God.
So she just glued it shut. That's an uncracked clam. Like you gotta, you see the visual, right?
I do.
Like a peeling apart a grilled cheese sandwich. It's gonna be.
Wow!
It's gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
Anyway, her lie began to fall apart when investigators uncovered CCTV footage from a Chinese-run supermarket showing Gesto buying the glue and a kidnap kit, including knives she used to harm herself. Not only that, but it was also discovered that no vehicle safe for the council bid lorry passed the area she claimed to have been assaulted or tortured. So Gesto, in her claim, she also said that she was kidnapped in a black car. Nothing came by. A court in northern Spanish city of Leon convicted her of 2 counts of making up the crime and jailed her for a decade.
Good.
State prosecutors had demand her 11-year and 8-month sentence, have an 11-year, 8-month prison sentence.
Wow.
To pay her ex 25,000 euros in compensation.
Wow.
Our mom spent several days crying after she was arrested. Like, I mean, it's just a whole big of like going that far to try and get back.
If he wasn't already so happy to no longer be with her, overjoyed after that, what a story he has for the rest of his life. When people are like, "Oh my God, my ex, your ex."
Check.
Let me tell you about exes.
Oh my ex was so crazy. Was she? Sit down.
Did she glue her pussy shut and end up in prison for 10 years? Then shut the fuck up. Sit down and listen, my friend.
Her thought process was probably what's the crazy shit, the craziest thing that I could do that people would never think I would do to myself. I got it. Glue my pussy shut.
And now she has a decade to reflect on mutilating herself to frame somebody and having it horrifically backfire. What an epic backfire. and a decade to sit in a cell and be like, I am so fucking stupid.
Or a decade of sitting there being like, someone please cut my pussy open. Like it's just glued shut for 10 years.
That's part of the punishment.
There's a straw
and
so she
as
can
an
still
additional
pee. And that's it. McDonald's straw coming out and then it's still glued shut.
Why you can have a vagina glued shut but still pee.
What?
Yeah.
Like the whole...
It's a complicated mechanism down there.
Okay. I pictured the whole
above
thing.
The hole.
I pictured the whole labia.
You pictured her going like labia, like really stretching and pulling the whole thing.
Squishing it all together.
I'm picturing in vagina hole shut.
Just vagina shut.
I think so.
Fine.
That was next level where you went.
That's what I've been picturing this whole time.
Where you went would have required a clamp and hours of immobilization. Where you got to glue, clamp, and then stay real still.
Wait, and chill.
And then when you walk, doggy!
Try it.
I'm guessing it's going to be real painful.
Vaginas are
stride
different.
you have.
Have you seen that? There's a poster.
Vaginas are different.
Yeah, I've seen a poster that has like a ton of vaginas on it, like 500 of them.
Does it say vaginas are different on the bottom?
It said, I love your vagina. But it just showed pictures of all the different shapes.
It's a poster on somebody's wall that said vaginas are different?
No, but it just showed a bunch of different vaginas.
And like a gynecologist?
No, it was like in a recording studio.
This is my house.
Yeah, it was at Zach's house.
This is Zach's house.
It's Zach's basement. It's his bed sheet.
This is Zach's basement? Isn't Zach's basement prison?
His pillow sheet is just that. You're like, good night. Good night. Love you. Bye. I love you. Here's my favorite one. You're my favorite one. You're my favorite shape.
Oh, man.
But they come in all
That's
sorts of different shapes. So sometimes it wouldn't be that hard to glue together.
Sometimes there's a little more meat in the sandwich.
Yeah, you get it.
I get it.
A little more bread, a little crust, a little more crust on it. So this got me thinking about the weirdest thing that I've ever been accused of.
Okay.
And this goes back to my high school baseball. It might have been before that, baseball playing days.
Okay.
When I pitched. It must have been before high school because I guess stopped pitching halfway through high school.
Okay.
But anyway.
Because you're throwing too fast.
Throwing too fast. I was a good pitcher when I was young. Super quick. And I had a nasty curveball.
But then you started throwing too fast, and I picture a catcher with the mitt and like a burnt hole,
right?
And then just a burnt hole in the backstop behind. And they're like, we got to get this guy out of here.
Every umpire that is just dead.
He just threw a 400-mile-per-hour fastball. No, he's going to kill somebody.
They started a new league. There was Major League Baseball, and then whatever was past that. But it was just me. So there's no one to play.
And then there was just Paisley.
It's just me. And
just you throwing fucking heat.
600 miles an hour and no place to play. No one wanted to play with me anymore. No, but I did have a nasty curveball.
Okay.
Back in the day. And it was, I was at a tournament. I believe it was down in Pocatello, which is funny because it wasn't the same tournament that I jumped off the hotel roof.
Right.
But one got past the catcher. It went in the dirt and it hit the backstop, right? At the bottom. And there was a fence that wasn't complete, like a metal chain link fence,
right?
That lifted up a little bit. So there's like a spiky part on the bottom of the fence, right?
Yeah.
So the ball, the ball hit that, right? And it went back and hit it, and the umpire went back to pick it up, and just like because there's no one on base, so he's just helping out.
Yeah.
And he grabbed it, and there was a huge gouge taken out of it.
Oh.
Brought the coaches out, paused the game, and accused
you
me.
Did, yeah, that's how you got that curve.
Like I was chewing on the fucking baseball. This gouge was half an inch deep, into the ball, and like probably at least quarter inch wide. Like it was a huge hole in the ball. And both coaches, luckily the other coach was like, how could he do that?
And that's why you're not in Cooperstown right now.
Right. He's like, how could he do that?
Right.
And they kept on talking about it and kept on doing it. And he fucking kicked me out.
Good.
Took me out of the game for biting the fucking baseball. And I had to go sit down on the bench and I couldn't play anymore.
This fucking.
What the fuck is this?
I wonder what your baseball nickname would be for that kind of cheating.
Jaws?
Joe Jaws Paisley. You and Shoeless Joe Jackson, sitting outside the Hall of Fame.
I guess I always picture how do you think that I could have done that? Like
it's preposterous.
Like I turn around and every time I wait for him to not be looking, just no one notices that I have.
I'll show him a curve. Your half your hand is in the baseball, just as you're really just giving it some spin.
My whole hand is just a baseball. I just whip it out somehow. But I remember that, and it's still I do still think about it. So it was just like, what the fuck? Like that level of disconnect.
Yeah.
To think that some kid that's 13 is chewing a hole in the baseball to throw a better curveball.
That's an absurd umpire.
Not Vaseline.
Wait,
not.
Are you trying to tell me that high school baseball umpires aren't like the top of the smartest people in society as a rule?
We like to pretend they are, though. You treat them like they are in that moment, though. Like he checked my shoes to see if I had a screw that I was bending down and grinding it on my fucking. It's like, dude, you're out of your mind.
I also had an encounter with a variety of not so smart baseball umpires.
Right.
At my daughter's softball, this is we're talking 10-year-old, 11-year-old kids, a big softball tournament, lightning storm. We're watching lightning. I
remember
talking about this.
Yeah, I remember this day. I remember it all taking place.
And every time they would see a lightning strike, they would delay the game, which is fair. But they delayed it a few times, and it was we've been there for an hour and a half. And the lightning storm is getting closer. Anyone with half a brain can see that. Finally, I walk over. I'm I was that parent where I'm I've had enough of this. And I walk over to the group of people conferring. I'm hey, you guys, let's shut this down. And they were just looking at me like, who are you?
Right.
What? I'm like, and they're like, we're working on it. I'm like, look at that storm that is getting closer to the baseball games. Look at the lightning. See, just struck again. Shut it down. And they were just like, we're going to work on that decision. I'm like, well, then be fucking smart. And like, it got a little, I walked away so, and then they wouldn't shut it down that moment because they have to make their decision together. 1 minute later, they shut it down.
Oh, well, how about that?
How about that?
How about that? They do the little, like, 1 Mississippi, 2, and it keeps on getting shorter. And they're like, I'm just not sure.
It was preposterous.
They delayed it at 10 Mississippi, and then at 9 Mississippi, and 8. You're like, hey, guys, it's coming.
It's a giant thunderstorm.
It's right there.
We all see it.
I got places to be.
Right.
For sure.
Let us live our lives.
Yeah. Do you have what's the weirdest thing you've been accused of?
Weirdest thing I've been accused of?
Yeah.
And it's kind of, it was just especially frustrating. It was high school year, senior in high school.
All right.
My parents, they divorced when I was like 7. And so I was splitting time between households, back and forth. And separately, they did not talk to each other. They did not care for each other, do not care for each other really. Especially that time, hated each other. And I was having struggles with dating. I was very awkward. There were some girls I liked.
Okay.
I didn't know how to approach them. I was very frustrated, already very frustrated.
Very Dan.
Within probably within 1 month, probably looking back, they both sat me down and had the conversation of, listen, I just want you to know it's okay that you're gay and we love you.
Oh boy.
It doesn't matter to us. And it was that moment of like, thank you. Glad that you're not homophobic, but go fuck yourself. Like if my confidence wasn't already so low with girls, now both of my parents independently came up to the conclusion that I'm so either non-sexual or just so awkward. They're like, well, he's gay. He's
gotta be gay.
That's gay. I mean, why? Why didn't he date?
Right.
Because no one wanted to fuck me. No one. That's why. And it just made a sad situation so much sadder for me. I was just like, I can be mad, but it's like, God damn, it's like my own parents see that I'm so bad that they both come to that conclusion.
Well, how was it? Was it dropped like shortly after, or was it still?
I defended myself. I was like, no, I'm having a hard time. I want to see girls, and it's like, but I don't know how to talk to them. And they were just like, no, yeah, sure, no, it's okay.
Oh, sure.
And I know that neither one of them. I finally dated really like at the very end, like summer after high school,
right?
And and then in college, and then I think they're like, oh, okay, I guess he is straight.
Oh, wow, who would have thought?
Who would have guessed it?
Wow, proved us wrong. High five, buddy.
Proved us wrong.
Still thought you liked to win.
Yeah,
and
to be clear on that, I think it already is.
Yeah.
No part of me, like if I was gay, it would have been awesome to know that my parents supported me.
Yeah,
but it was piling on.
Yeah.
For me, where it's like, wow, I'm that awkward with the opposite sex.
Yeah.
That no one even thinks I'm straight.
I can see it. I can see the little conversation taking place. Oh, that would be brutal.
No,
that was brutal, huh? Oh man. Well, whatever.
Whatever.
Again, like right now, like if you're gay.
No, I have a wife.
Oh yeah.
Not that actually means anything.
It doesn't. You might be just hiding it up a little bit better.
True. I have a beard. Wife. I have a beard wife. I have wife beard.
I have a bearded wife.
Hey, let's move on. Next thing.
Let's move on. That's crazy, man. I'm going to be thinking about that one for a while, for sure. All right, let's move on to our next story for Dumb Dumb Idiots. Of course, taking place out of Florida.
Yeah.
Which is fun. It's Florida man flees crash, hides in fire station with backpack filled with drugs.
See, that sounds like a day. What an adventure.
A Florida man,
of course,
charged with drug trafficking, could have done a better job picking his hiding spot. A spokesperson with the Clearwater Police Department says Demetrius Wilson, 24, was the passenger at a crash on Court Street and Missouri Avenue. After the crash, Wilson grabbed his backpack from the vehicle, hid it between two buildings, and fled into the Clearwater Fire Department Station 45, not knowing it was the fire department.
I picture him running past parked fire trucks, and then like seeing like firefighter like outfits on the walls, and be like, that's weird. I guess a lot of firefighters must have lived in this house.
Big firefighter fan, huh? I love firefighters too.
What is this? Like a firefighter museum? What, you kind of run your own private fire? Oh, it's a fire department.
Oh, how about that?
That's why all that stuff's here.
A witness led police to the discarded backpack, which contained a trafficking amount of codeine, along with crack cocaine, alprazolam, which I think is like an anxiety drug, MDMA, and pot.
He had like a nice little smorgasbord.
He had a whole party. He had a whole party.
I don't know what that alprazolam is.
I don't either. Well, no, I think it's just like anxiety. It keeps telling me it's about anxiety.
So maybe when you don't have like any focusing problems and you take it, you just like it's kind of like Coke or something like Adderall.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe I think it just makes you calm the fuck down.
Huh.
Kind of sedative.
I like a lot of
Sedates.
stuff. A lot of stuff you had. Like
Sedative. Sedative? Get the fuck me.
it's a sedative. Hey, do you guys? I picture you
sedating?
trying to like be like cool drug guy. Like there's some drug dealer, and you're like, hey man,
Hey.
I don't know if you guys got any sedatives, but that's how I roll.
The only way that word is ever coming out is like if there's already drool down your chin. You got any sedatives, baby?
Guys, I need to come down off these bath salts. I need a sedative. Or a doctor. Get this man a sedative, quick. Stat. This guy's freaking out.
This guy's freaking
He needs
out.
to be sedated.
Oh, I hate you. Let's just go ahead and
Segue. Moving on.
moving on. This reminded me of running from the cops. You've gotten away with
I've
shit.
gotten away with stuff.
We've talked about it in the office.
Oh, man.
I like the other stories. This one actually comes up in my life a lot. I don't know if it's just like this show is bringing it back more.
Okay.
Thinking about running from cops.
Yeah.
But there was a party which down growing up, it was underage for sure. I know that. Me and my really good friend at the time went to a house party. You know, your standard maybe 20 kids there, drunk, parents are out of town, doesn't matter where they are.
Sure.
But we're there. We walk there from my dad's house, so we don't have a car. And it's kind of on the edge of town. Like the one way out, the front way is just nothing but fucking field.
Okay.
Forever.
Okay.
For as far as I can see, it's a field.
Yeah.
And then behind you is like the neighborhood. So it's still people are behind you.
Okay.
So we get there. I remember sitting down and we were drinking and playing beer games around the table. And my buddy was there and girls and other guys and all that kind of stuff. And then as the night goes on, you get more and more drunk. And I just kind of lost track of him.
Okay.
Like I didn't know where TJ went. And I didn't think about it.
Sure.
So
He's gone.
So before I know it, I'm in the living room and you hear cops from like the front door area.
Okay.
So in my brain, fuck, you got to get out of there.
I gotta hide.
So right out the back door, and I jumped over the fence that was her fence, right? And at this point, I have no idea how many fences I'm jumping. All I'm knowing is I got to get the fuck away from the ATVs that are on the front and the cops that are already like walking around like the street, right, to bust this party. So I jump one fence, I jump another one straight forward, I probably jump another two left. Like I'm just going as far into this neighborhood as far as I can, jumping random ass fences, right?
Yeah.
So I finally jump over this one, I land next to it, and I notice it's like an upside down fishing boat.
Okay.
Right? So I pick it up and I go underneath it. And I'm sitting there and I'm like huffing and puffing really bad. I was like, Jesus. And then from the other end of the boat, I hear, Joe? And it's TJ.
Yeah, he was out of all of those places, he was under the same boat. That's hilarious.
And we start laughing. It's like trying not.
Sure.
And he has a backpack. He has all of our beer. So TJ and I just hung out under this fucking fishing
drinking under the boat?
drinking by ourselves.
That's a good night.
Under the boat until we just, we're confident the cops were gone, and then just walked ourselves back to my dad's house and never got in trouble. A bunch of our friends got minors.
What a great teenage night.
Yeah, and like five houses in, the party just continued with me and my buddy.
That's hilarious.
It was about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Like at that point that we had not seen each other. He was in the other room. I was in the living room, sprinted, jumped random ass fences, and ended up under the same boat.
You could do like 100 extra nights like that and it would never happen again.
No, dude.
That's amazing.
So funny. Just jump. I hear it. Just, Joe? Oh, TJ?
What?
So that was a...
How'd you hear about this boat party?
It's amazing.
What?
Honk, honk. That was before dad jokes were dad jokes.
Yeah,
Those were just jokes at that point.
just jokes.
Good times.
I have a few stories, of running from the police, but the one I'm thinking of, we didn't, by the time the police came around, we were already gone.
Okay.
So I was running from people that we had stolen stuff from.
Okay. What'd you steal?
Terrible. So this is the dumbest.
It wasn't virginity.
This is one of the dumbest criminal plans. No.
Okay.
This is one of the dumbest criminal plans I ever was a part of. So I was like 16, living in Las Vegas, 15 or 16, maybe 15. Doesn't really matter, I guess, but 15, 16.
Sure.
And sophomore in high school. We came up with this plan on the weekend. There was 4 of us, and it was the dumbest thing ever. We wanted some computer game. This is so stupid. We were going to go. We were in this big apartment complex in the suburb of Las Vegas. We were near the lakes. It was called, and we were going to go to a neighboring apartment complex, steal some people's bikes.
All right.
Take the bikes down. Like there was like not all of them. I had rollerblades. I was going to rollerblade. So other people were going to be on bikes. We were going to steal. We're going to steal the bikes. Then we were going to steal somebody's stuff. Then we were going to take the stuff we stole to a pawn shop.
All right.
Then we're going to sell the stuff at the pawn shop. Then we're going to use the money from that to buy the video games and then come back home and play them. It was the most convoluted, idiotic plan. And it fell apart real fast.
How?
So we go to the neighborhood apartment
Bulletproof.
complex. There was four of us. I'm the only one on rollerblades. And we go up into this Las Vegas apartment where there's like the little, like you walk in a little kind of cubby or like hallway area. And then there's an apartment on the left and the right, stairs, apartment left and right upstairs.
Okay.
So we go into one of those and there's just a bike sitting there. So my friend Chris, he grabs the bike and just starts walking it back out towards the main sidewalk.
All right.
And as we walk, there's these little like balconies in front of each unit, and the dude whose bike it was is just right there in the balcony that you can easily hop over the little tiny 3-foot wall and just be on the lawn next to you.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, fuckers, that's my bike." Yeah. So cue us running.
Yeah.
Well, there was other dudes inside his apartment. They were like, dudes in their 20s, bigger dudes.
Okay.
So now we're running. I'm skating away from these guys. So I'm doing great at first.
Yeah.
But then they corner us in a corner of the apartment complex, and there's a wall, and on the other side of the wall is a giant future apartment complex sized lot of dirt.
Yeah.
So I climb up on there. And it was like out of a movie. I land in the dirt. I'm running on rollerblades through the dirt, which is not ideal.
No, it's not.
And I get a little bit of a head start. And my other guys are chasing my other friends. It's pandemonium now. And there's like, I can see the sidewalk probably 150 yards out ahead of me. Uh-huh. The dude, I see him like, oh shit, climb up on the wall. And now he's running fast. Yeah. So I'm like, I got to close that gap. And it was the most scared I've ever been. I mean, this guy, I knew he was definitely going to beat the shit out of me for taking this bike.
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't?
Look at this guy.
And I must have made it to the sidewalk 20 yards maybe ahead of him, and then pew, I just shot off my rollerblades in the fastest I'd ever skated.
Back on track.
But holy shit, that was adrenaline. But just that scene, I just imagine somebody watching this grown man chasing this skinny 15, 16-year-old as he's clunking his way through dirt on rollerblades, then to speed away. I got away.
Did all your friends say like, "Hey, bring your own rollerblades," and then you're the only one that did, or did you willingly?
I was just the only one who had them. We were all poor, and like I had enough rollerblades, I guess. I mean, obviously we were not doing well. If our plan was, we couldn't even get to the place we needed to sell stolen goods because we didn't have transportation. Right. We had to steal a method of transportation,
then go,
then steal, and then sell.
Right,
it was a bad plan.
Oh, that visual is not going anywhere for a long time. That's so good. I love it. I see it stomping through. Just a little smoke cloud. Mm-hmm. It's like running with cement on your feet.
Then it felt great.
Did you give him the bird? Just like, see ya, bro.
Oh, I probably did yell something as I was skating away. I was probably like close to tears. Yeah. And then once I was skating away, it was like, yeah, fuck you, bro. Whatever.
Told you I'd get away, loser.
I was such a shithead.
That's good. That's great. Like last week, I feel like you could have been the apocalypse pending. I think last week I could have been.
Okay.
But this week you definitely could have been. However, you're not.
Thank God.
So let's take a look at the dumbest thing that was discovered this week in apocalypse pending. It's the apocalypse.
It's the apocalypse.
I think this one might fire you up a little bit.
Okay, good.
It is an example of PC, political correctness, going way too far.
Okay.
And my question here is, what level of Karen are we going to reach on this planet before it just implodes on itself? Zach, go ahead and bring it up on the screen. Salon had to remove job ad for happy stylist because it is discriminatory against unhappy people.
What country is this happening in?
A hair salon says it was told by a job center it couldn't run an advertisement recruiting a happy stylist because the word is discriminatory against unhappy people.
Holy
Allison Birch
shit.
listed a job ad looking for a part-time qualified hairdresser at her AJ's unisex hair salon in Stroud, England.
Wow.
And the advertisement stated, this is a busy, friendly, small salon, so only happy, friendly stylists need apply.
Absolutely.
But on Wednesday, Birch says she received a call from her local job center informing her she could not run her ad because the word happy is considered discriminatory.
My God.
Birch claims job center told her the advertisement may make some people feel they cannot apply if they do not consider themselves to be a happy person.
Yeah, that's the point of that.
Birch shared the conversation she had with the job center on the salon's Facebook page, and they went back and forth.
Wow.
Ultimately, they just pulled it. According to Birch, He then asked, should we change the word in case somebody thinks that they can't apply for the job because they are not a happy person?
My
Those are like
God.
word for word. Was I being a bit sensitive, Birch said? And is the word happy discriminative? Or has this whole world gone mad?
Ding, 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 ding. Yes.
Yeah, and plenty of Birch's customers agreed with her outrage over the job center's ridiculous stance on the advert. So what say you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just absurd. It's so absurd where it's like, I do like at the end of the day, you know she's still hired a happy person.
Yeah, of course.
You can take your fucking sad sack ass down to her salon and apply for a job and she's not going to fucking give it to you, nor should she.
Right.
Like that's just so absurd where it's like, it will be detrimental to her business to hire some whiny, sad fuck. And it's like, if you're sad, why are you even applying for a customer service job?
Yeah.
And I get if you are sad. I'm not saying there's no room to be sad in life. There's no room to be depressed.
Yeah.
But then to A, be depressed, and B, be outraged and appalled by an ad for a job that wants you to be happy. That is just, it's so ridiculous when we've taken it that far. I'm just so into like private businesses. And it is crazy. There's like, you know what I think about? This reminded me. I think about all these little coffee places we go through in Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah.
Some parts of the country, some parts of the world don't have nearly as many little drive-through espresso stands as we do.
Yeah, we have
it's a Northwest
absurd
thing.
amount.
Absurd amount.
For sure.
And if you drive through 20, 25 of them, I guarantee you 90% of the people working there are going to be attractive young women. And why is that? Because it's good for fucking business. If you advertise that, right? I hate that disconnect between truth and reality, or like this perception and reality, whatever, like that. How you have to portray yourself. It's not okay to advertise like, "Hey, only cute young ladies need to apply." People would be outraged. I know that, and, whatever.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, that's who they're going to fucking hire. And if I'm a business owner and I'm looking to make money as business owners do, and I know the way, I understand human nature, and am I going to hire somebody who is older and unattractive for that position, or somebody who's younger and attractive, knowing damn well there's going to be a 50, 100%, 200% spike in business? Yeah, I'm going to hire that person. Is that fair? No, but you know what? The world isn't fucking fair, right? If you're sad, yeah, life's going to be fucking harder for you, not the rest of the world's fault. Go be fucking sad by yourself. Tough shit.
Yeah.
And that's not a fuck you if you're depressed. I'm saying get help, all that kind of stuff, but it's not everyone else's fault.
Don't give the word that much power.
Right.
That's what drives me crazy.
And
about
the world
it.
doesn't need to cater to people who like in those situations. That's what drives me crazy. There's this, I talk about this with my son Kyler all the time right now, because as he should be, he's 14, he's very idealistic. And we have this conversation. I try not to be the older, bitter piece of shit.
Right.
But I'm like, I love that you think these things, buddy. But in 20 years, we're going to have a very different conversation. Because you're going to get out there in the world and be like, oh, that's why that person isn't getting ahead.
Oh, real stuff.
Real stuff.
Right.
There is no one made a promise with everybody when they were born, like, hey, the world's going to be totally fair and everyone's going to be super nice and it doesn't matter how you act and it doesn't matter your disposition, doesn't matter how you look. None of that shit matters. All that shit matters.
Right. If you bring this happy part to this level, I mean, think about how discriminatory just education level is then. It's like, oh, college education required. Okay, hold on.
Right.
So you're telling me that if they didn't go to college, they can't apply for this job?
Right.
Like, where do you draw that? Where do you draw that line? Or like, like
absolutely.
NASA. Like, we want smart people
to
work here. And it's like, no, because not what if dumb people want to apply?
Right,
It's like, it's just, you don't have to say it. But if they do, it doesn't matter. It's implied for sure.
It just pisses me off because I'm a realist, and when it happens to me, I don't get upset. And I think about when I was in LA, when I first was down there, especially, I would go out on casting calls. Was I getting casting calls for the leading heartthrob? Nope. Some people
should have been. Goddammit.
Some people who didn't have that look. Leading heartthrob look would get mad, like, oh, why am I good? You know what roles I would get consistently? Ex-con, guy in prison, pedophile, rapist, fucking creep. Yeah. Because I look like a fucking creep.
You're beautiful. Come on.
No, but there's a creepy aspect to my look that I'm aware of and I don't care about. It's like, I could be mad about it the rest of my life, like, why aren't women throwing themselves at my feet? Because they're scared of you.
Casting call. Heartthrob who can roller skate.
It was Rollerblade, goddammit.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
How dare you?
Come on.
No, but that's one of many examples.
Yeah.
It's like I just I hate it when people are that delusional.
Yeah.
And
it's really bad.
It's so frustrating.
I know.
So
it goes on and on. And I'm sure addressing how PC things can possibly get as this show continues, we'll be more and more surprised.
Right.
How we go down that rabbit hole. Moving on to the next part, though.
Yes.
I'm excited to see what you've got for the 1-star heroes. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay, let's do it.
I get no respect in real life. Always am upset, so I let them know I hate them on the internet.
Yeah. More and more emails, by the way, of people being either happy or mad that they have to sing that song in their head all day. Yeah.
Before we move on, by the way, I do want to hear that as I talked about looking like a creep, I could hear Logan Keith loudly laughing from the wall, and I loved it.
100%.
Every once in a while you hear those laughs out there. Okay.
Correct.
Today's one star is, this is a place down in Culver City, California,
All right.
LA area.
Okay.
Tito's Tacos.
Tito's Tacos.
It's a landmark place.
Is it good?
No, it's not great. It's not great.
Not the answer I expected.
So this is, but here's the thing. You know that going in.
Okay.
I don't want to listen. I don't want to say like it's not good. It's a specific item. It's
All right.
it's a very much like
vodka
like-
and tacos.
It's like the tacos I had basically growing up in Idaho as a white kid. It's like hard shell,
Bingo.
American cheese, shredded cheese on top,
Kraft
and
slices.
cheap ground beef at the bottom, and then like maybe some lettuce, maybe a little tomato.
Little rubbery.
Little rubbery. But you go for this experience. It's an old place. They've been doing cash only. They got a line out front.
All right.
And I like that thing. I like trashy food.
Yeah.
And I accept it for what it is.
Right.
So that's, and the kids like it. And it is an easy place to take the kids. It's not spicy.
Yeah.
It's not authentic Mexican. And it doesn't claim to be.
Right. It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's Tito's Tacos.
Okay.
So you go there. So it's 3 stars out of 5, 5,120 reviews. It's like an institution.
Okay.
And here's this first person, Benjamin C. Have you been in Mexico? 1 star. This place is the worst taco I've been. Okay.
Your grammar's the worst taco I've seen.
I kept see people in line, so I tried. Oh my. Industrial food, liquid guacamole, maybe nice service, but very disappointing food.
All right.
And again, it's like when you go to this place, the thing that got me about this review is like, have you been in Mexico or, to Mexico, whatever.
Yeah. There
are literally over 1,000 easily authentic Mexican places when you include the taco trucks and everything like that in the LA area.
Uh-huh.
There's like 1 Tito's in this area. You can go to all those places and get exactly what you're looking for.
Uh-huh.
There is places literally within a block of Tito's Tacos that are exactly what this person's talking about.
And
go there.
And sometimes you'll get lucky, but
Right.
if the taco place is like in a gas station,
Right.
it's probably not going to be that great.
Right.
Or if it's like tied to a bar,
Yep.
and that's just they're getting bar food kicked out.
Yep. And
Like
you're-
it's probably not going to be that good.
And you're never surprised here because there's
Yeah.
always a line and people are carrying little cardboard, containers of the exact same food. It's a very small menu over and over. If you just look around you and you're like, oh, that's what they serve. Oh, that shredded American cheese.
That's it.
Oh, the cheap ground beef. Oh, that's what it is. Then leave.
Yeah, go.
But
go-
no, you
go
saw
away.
all that.
Uh-huh.
Then still ate it, and then we're like, "What the hell?"
Dumb. Worst
Dumb.
taco scene. And that was brand new, I think. It
Yeah.
was just on like September 11th.
Yeah, that was a new one. That was a
Went
new
there,
one.
Yeah.
So-
So it's still the same.
It's still the same.
It's
It's still
you'll
the same.
You'll sleep well now. You know it's doing great.
It's doing great.
Okay.
Now this next one, oh my gosh, the balls in this person. This is the kind of person, a 1-star person we haven't talked about here. The person who threatens to not only, they're not only like upset with your service and they're going to give you 1 star, they're going to destroy your business.
The Karen.
Right.
Like the definition of a Karen.
Definition, the male Karen here. Menashe, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Menashe N. Last night, me and my girlfriend, and this is very recent too.
Okay.
This is September 2020.
Okay.
Last night, me and my girlfriend were hungry. We decided to stop at this taco spot. Let me say the line was around the corner onto a public street. Great.
Okay.
Good for them.
Great.
6 feet apart, me and my girlfriend standing on the public sidewalk. The security walks up to me and told me to wear a mask. I was in public. Over 40 feet from the entrance from the restaurant. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Security threatened me that they won't serve me. I explained to him I have a medical condition and I will not be ordering. But my girlfriend with a mask on and an RN. I simply told him to leave me alone and stay 6 feet away from me. The security guard removed his mask and walked up my face and told me, "You people think you can do whatever you want." I'm a Middle Eastern Jewish person. And said he won't serve my girlfriend because I wasn't wearing a mask, resembling a fighting stance, getting ready to fight me for not wearing a mask. I just don't buy that this went down this way. But this person behaved like an animal. Me and my girlfriend left, but these people are idiots. Not only they don't deserve the business, but I will be having the health department coming there every month. Bye-bye, Tito's. It's time to shut you down.
Oh my.
Right?
I love the twist that he was like, and my girlfriend, who's an RN, which I would like to point out that's actually a higher risk because they're around him all the time.
Oh, right.
It's actually specially qualified and immune to COVID.
Right.
It's like, no,
exactly.
She's like high risk is what she is now.
But I just love...
Weird detail. You fucked yourself.
Yeah, weird detail. I just love that, okay, you had a bad experience. Even if the security guard was an asshole and you left, You're not
Yeah.
taking their fucking business down. And then I thought about putting this one in there, thought about not, but I'm like, let me see who this person is.
You dig deeper.
I dig deeper. Out of 27 reviews, 16 of their reviews are 1-star reviews.
All right.
Let me share a few of them. This shows who this person is. So this was really recently. This is back in March. They have a tire problem.
All right.
And 1-star review to 10-minute tire.
All right.
The price they gave me was not what they told me before they plugged a nail in my tire. They ended up taking $25 to patch a hole. That's actually a decent price.
That's great. Great price, actually.
Save your money, go somewhere else. This is going to come up again, this tire situation.
I was waiting for him to do the, took 11 minutes.
Right.
He's like, oh,
Yeah, that's
God.
actually fast.
Yeah, it's super fast. I'm sorry. It wasn't 10.
Quality Inn, Yosemite Valley Gateway. The check-in is at 4 p.m. When we finally checked in, the room smelled like mold and still does. But I have no other choice since I already paid. Not recommended to stay here. 1-star. Okay, so whatever. So another 1-star.
right. Yep, not impressed.
Another 1-star. These are just in order of how we left things.
The amount of times I've been disappointed by a hotel
Right.
and haven't gone to do a 1-star
Right.
because I know where I'm staying.
But this guy,
Astronomical.
this guy is so self-important. He thinks he's going to shut down businesses. He just 1-star on everything left and right.
Me.
Another 1-star, Taco Sonora in Coakley, in Mariposa, California.
Back for the tacos.
Wow, I ordered only 3 chicken and 3 beef tacos, which were gross. The girl took 20 minutes to make it and asked if my order was ready. She said she's busy and she'd be right with me. Very poor customer service. But what the fuck? She said she was busy, you motherfucker. And she'll be right with you. It only took 20 minutes, so shut the fuck up.
Just chill out.
Now look at this. The tire thing, that wasn't the first time he's taken that tire in.
Oh, man. Or his path.
Right.
His driving route is just like covered in nails.
This is a few months before that. So the first tire thing I brought up was 3/17/2020. So
Okay.
March 2020. And then back in November of 2019, 1-star to Firestone, complete auto care.
All right.
By far the worst Firestone I've been to. 2 hours wait to fix a nail hole in the tire. They're extremely rude. Dude, just get a new fucking tire and just take it easy on the tacos, you son of a bitch.
God, hit another spike strip.
Hit another spike strip. So this guy, he was exactly who I thought he would be based on the first review.
Yeah.
Just the guy who just negative, it's everybody's fault, and he's going to take your business down.
Right. And looking at it and looking at what that back in the Tito's tacos
Right.
area, like that is so absurd.
Yeah.
To just see what that whole situation looks like
Right.
and get so pissed.
Yeah.
And you see how many people love it
Right.
and want to go there and just, you're like, I'm shutting it down.
Yep. You're just going to shut it down.
Thank you.
Oh, they fucked with the wrong guy.
Wrong guy today.
They fucked with the guy who can't get a hole in his tire fixed in 4 months.
He's been trying though.
He's been trying, but he's the guy that's going to take their business down.
Can you imagine him like, hey, no, it's me. I'm scheduling the health check-in.
Right.
No, Dad, Tito's Tacos. He just does it for years. Like, oh yeah, sir, we'll head down there for you.
Yeah.
Okay, and this time really shut him down. Okay.
Okay, all right.
And it's like 15 years later. I guess making sure you guys checked in this.
Yeah. Okay.
We got it.
You get that?
Yeah, they're dead to us.
You get that hole in your tire fixed?
No.
No, it's still works.
That's why I can't get down there and check out if they're closed or not.
So I'm not going to read this whole next one because I want to move on to the one after. This is a quick one. This just shows the absurdity. Remember earlier I talked about this is Princess Healy A. Give it 1 star.
All right.
This is back in March 2020. You know what you're getting into here. The menu, giant pictures on the window. Everything is right there. You know what kind of place it is. But this
Right.
guy wants it to be an entirely different type of restaurant.
All right. Perfect.
So he says, so gross, high carb, saturated fat, OMG. All I did was throw up after their veggie taco. Like this business has not updated their services because the menu is outdated. There's no healthy options, just salt, oil, more oil on top of preservatives. I'm dying. They never want to offer gluten-free, vegan, or organic health food. Do they even understand what no cheese means? And he just goes on and on. Dude, go somewhere else.
You're in the wrong spot.
That stuff kills me where it's like that this entire business should change their very successful business model to cater to people like Princess Heidi A here. Or Princess Heidi A, you could just go somewhere else.
Right.
There's those businesses, and in LA, they're everywhere. There's a lot of those businesses.
Reminds me of our favorite taco truck down the street.
Right.
Reynoso Tacos.
Right.
I know what I'm getting when I get there.
You know the customer service
and
is going to be
she's
terrible.
gonna hate that I'm there.
Yep.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I love that
you
she
make that
hates me.
choice.
Yeah.
And I hate her.
Hey, so you don't go
And
there
I won't,
anymore.
so I don't review her restaurant. I just stay away.
Yeah, she's just trying to make a living. You guys
Yep.
don't get along.
We don't get
And
along.
We don't get along. But I love it. We don't get along. That's my favorite part of going there. Like I said, the weird, like ordering through a tiny sliver in the window. She's like, how much? You're like, I don't know what you're saying. Please open the window.
Please. I'm trying to.
I purposely breathe in the slots. Like, taco. She's like, God damn it. It's just to make her extra mad at me. So I get that.
You get it.
Oh,
You get
wow.
it. Okay, this is the last one.
Okay.
Okay, now there's 2 parts to this. I didn't think the first part was amazing, but I want to establish this to get to the second part, which I think is fantastic to end on.
All right.
Marty C., Beverly Hills, went back to 2018. He gives it 1 star. I really don't know what it is that keeps bringing people back to Tito's. I grew up in the neighborhood. My family used to get food from the Tito's at least once per month. I remember looking forward to the crunchy tacos with cheddar cheese on top and the light, refreshing salsa that would balance out the heaviness of the hard-shell tacos. But as an adult, having had the opportunity to experience tacos in Mexico, and more locally from the street and truck vendors, I just cannot understand why anyone would pay $3 plus for a Tito's taco. Yesterday, I went to Tito's because I voted and was told by the volunteers at my polling place that if I showed my I voted sticker, I would get a free taco at Tito's. So I went to Tito's, showed my sticker, and was told there would be no free taco. But I was already there, and I was in the mindset for a taco, so I ordered 2. I told the man taking the order that I would want an extra salsa. He replied that my meal came with a predetermined amount of salsa, and if I wanted more, I would need to buy it for either $1.65 or $3.35, depending on size. I've never, ever had to pay for a salsa at a restaurant or truck or street vendor. I couldn't even comprehend what I was hearing. I ultimately chose to just stick with the amount of salsa included with my order. He's so picky.
It's like it's in here and it's on there.
Right.
Like, it's just, he's not editing a damn thing. He's thinking
stream of consciousness here.
So I thought about it for a little bit. And the salsa, like I wish there was more tomatoes in it, but there wasn't.
right. So I got my taco and applied my salsa, and the tacos were okay, edible. They don't come close to South Philly at Barbacoa, a place in Philly that hand makes their tortillas from corn that they smuggled in from Mexico. So on and on and on. You get it.
Yeah.
And he goes on for quite some time. So I was like, oh man, this guy's so annoying. Then I looked back in 2015. It was a 2-star review. Oh. But check out how he opens and ends this. He goes, I've been living in Culver City longer than most of you pussies have been alive. That's his opening review sentence. I've been living in Culver City longer than most of you pussies have been alive.
Weird flex, but okay.
Weird flex. Tito's used to be a good place for cheap and easy tacos. They always had more than enough people working to handle the amount of customers they would get. Now things have changed. So this is the second shitty review he's given to this place.
He's back.
People flock to Tito's like flies on shit. Lines are outrageous for pretty basic and not competitively priced tacos. The only thing that brings me back to Tito's once every 2 years is the salsa. That's why he's so worked about the salsa later.
Yeah.
The food isn't that great. Personally, I prefer the hard-shell tacos at Cinco de Mayo next door. Better yet, tacos from the El Gallito truck or El Gallito truck or the Rubens truck. But listen, this is his final sentence. Dine on, peasants. Dine on. I fucking hate this guy so much.
I feel like between the 2 posts, like he read a bunch of books and got smarter. Like his first one was like, fucking losers, so dumb.
True.
Eat shit, poor people. It's
right.
Like, hey, now the salsa, I wish it was a little bit better, but I couldn't choose between the 2 prices.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, I sure wish they would have given me extra salsa when I requested it. He said no. But he's just like he's a more polite dipshit.
Right.
The second time around.
Is pomposity a word? I don't know if it is, but the pomposity.
The pomposity.
The pomposityness of this
like little monocle.
Totally a word.
It's totally a word. Okay, good.
Fucking nailed it. I trust Zach. He knows he's a dictionary.
The pomposity of this guy kills me. Yeah. He just so punchable. I just know that whatever his face looks like is the most punchable face.
And before we move on, the one line that I keep hearing was he's like, and now that I've grown up and I've gone to Mexico. It's like somebody going to like Paris and Vegas and be like, and now that I've gone to the real Paris.
Oh my God. That's such an annoying personality trait.
Right. He's like,
sure, these crepes are okay, but let me tell you about the crepes I had in Paris. Right. Have you been to Paris?
Oh, you haven't?
You haven't?
Peasant?
Then you don't know fucking crepes, peasant.
Eat my dick.
I've been eating petty crepes longer than you've been alive, you pussy. Like he's like, what?
What a weird.
What are you doing?
Rawr. Rawr, rawr. Get some pent up anger. Bunch of dumb stuff. Let's turn it around.
Okay.
I found this is really good, and this was sent our way, but we'll talk about it in the Sliver of Hope.
Woohoo!
Sliver of Hope.
Hi.
You gonna calm me down? You got some calming stuff for me?
Yeah, this should calm me down a little bit, I think.
Okay, good.
This was sent our way by Dummy Anthony to dumb@isbedumb.com. And the beauty of this, Zach, you can go ahead and bring it up, is that usually on YouTube or basically any comment section heavily trolls in aspects.
Yeah.
Like very mean people.
Yeah, a lot of mean comments.
Not a single fucking mean comment
What?
on this YouTube video.
Are we gonna ruin that for them?
I hope not. Don't go there and ruin it. But every single one, there's 11,642 comments on this Power Thoughts Meditation Club.
Yeah.
And they are all so nice
Aw.
and positive. Say it with me. This feeling is temporary because I am eternal. Whoever's reading this, I hope something really wonderful happens to you today.
I love that.
And then everybody that replies is like, yeah, that's great. Thank you. Praying for you.
Aw.
Maybe it's time to let everything go. For anyone who sees this, I love you. And it just goes on and on.
Is this like a real YouTube?
Yeah, it's a
Or
real
is this like
video.
is this like YouTube.nice?
No, I've never seen a comment section so positive like this. This is proof that there are caring people. Much love to all of you. 332 likes.
This is very reassuring.
I know. It makes you feel feel good. I'll pray for my daughter, and like they're explain the situation of what they need, and then guess what?
Huh?
I click on it. It's like, I hope your daughter dies. No one says that. They go, I will pray for her and send positive energy.
I would love it if we scrolled down like 1,000 comments and then we see Marty C. Listen, I've been in this comment section longer than most you pussies have been alive.
I've been praying longer than most of you pussies have been alive. Hasn't changed shit.
Have you been to Mexico? No? Then what do you know about prayer and meditation?
Right.
What?
Thank you, Jesus Christ, amen. But it just goes on and
That's
on,
awesome.
and it's great. I've never
That's great.
seen
That's
anything like
great.
that before. So I thought we'd bring that up for the Sliver of Hope.
Yay.
Thank you to Dummy Anthony for sending that in. And I have some
Awesome.
more fun stuff to show you.
I like fun stuff.
To you from internet.
Yes.
The internet has all sorts of neat things. Anything you want can be yours. Let's take a peek, together, as a couple. To you, from internet.
Every time, dude.
I love that little intro.
To you.
Let's be together as a couple.
Like I can't. It ruins. I mean, it doesn't ruin me. It makes me really happy. But I every time I'm like, don't laugh. Don't snicker behind
No,
it.
I'm gonna
And
laugh.
I do it. I snicker every time. This is the first thing. And so a real refresher
Okay.
for the To You from internet is just random ass stuff that I've come across on the web.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's sent our way. Sometimes it's not. Whatever it may be. And then if we have links for these things or videos that we watch, you'll see those posted in the description of the episode.
Jackpot.
By the way, yeah. So this one, Zach, you want to go ahead and bring it up? This is a testacuzzi. This is a jacuzzi for your ball sack.
Wow, that actually looks really nice. That actually looks really nice. It's a nice website.
Happiness. Get it?
Uh-huh.
'Cause it says penis.
Uh-huh.
You get it.
Happiness.
Okay.
Happiness.
For your balls.
Happiness. Okay.
So it's exactly what you think. It's a
What?
nice little comforted thing for you to rest your sack on.
Uh-huh.
And then you drop your balls in here, and then it pumps some water through there and gives your balls a little warm bubble bath.
There's a limited edition 24 karat gold plated one that is sold out.
I know. That's the one you were.
I wonder if that's real or they just made that up and wrote sold out to make it seem like more people are buying it.
It just,
What?
how weird would it be if it was like a super, super rare material and then they just use it for a ball jacuzzi? Like whatever the rarest thing on earth is, like some blood diamond.
Right.
It's just a place for your ball sacks to get wet.
It's some super rare material that can be used either like in a medical facility to like power the equipment that keeps people alive, or they could use it for a ball jacuzzi.
It's a cure for all disease, cure for cancer, and these guys bought it all up in plutonium ball jacuzzi.
That feels like an onion type.
I know, doesn't it?
Because it's so well done.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing,
And
but
I
you can buy it. It's a thing that actually 100% does exist.
How much is it?
Let's go back and take a look. I didn't get as far to order it, but it's been on a lot of different shows. What is it? What it's been ordered on? Oh man, it's gonna make me go through a bunch of stuff.
Wasn't it like no? I saw the price on there on the page you just had open.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, wasn't it like?
Oh yeah, $100. I was looking at I tried to see the price on the gold carat one. It wouldn't show me. So it's $100.
Well, the jet black edition is on sale.
Yeah.
For $69.69.
Yeah, so's the other. The white one is on sale too for $69.69.
Oh yeah.
So if you want a jacuzzi for your nutsack, there it is.
I almost want to get one just because I'm so curious what it's going to look like.
You're gonna make I have to call HR if you make me watch you use it. If we
That's
use it
true.
at the same time, is that a pass?
You know, I mean, I guess it's way cheaper than a regular jacuzzi. I was going to say, or you can just sit in a jacuzzi, but it's way cheaper.
And way oversized. How big are your balls? All your friends
No,
have
but
their balls in there.
but I'm just saying that every time someone's sitting in a jacuzzi, they're already in a ball jacuzzi.
They are. Yeah, full
They're in
body.
a vagina jacuzzi,
Mouth, chest, arm jacuzzi,
titty jacuzzi.
but ball sack. Yeah, take care of your balls.
Depending on how far down you're sitting.
Your balls are really important.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of those things. This next thing I found online
Okay.
is just a video that I want you to watch. And I got it pulled up here, Zach. This is I believe it's in Vegas. I'll confirm, but they're having a press conference and they're doing, sign language and this
yeah.
happens.
Okay.
That is a gathering that is prohibited. Someone with strong opinions about what we're doing.
So for the ones that can't see the video, they're doing like an interpretation, and she's off to the side, you know, and somebody drives by in the back in a car and just screams, "Fuck you!"
Right.
And then without missing a beat, she just hand signs the "fuck you" and raises her finger up with a big angry face.
Yep, she says "fuck you" back to the person, and while the speaker to her left that she's doing the interpreting for does not actually say that.
Right, exactly.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, just made sure that it all was being broadcast.
I one time at a college show, there was an interpreter on stage next to me, and I felt so bad for them because I was doing some material that was pretty filthy, and so they had to like, I think I was at the time, I don't even remember what the joke was, but it was something. Oh no, it was about like this slow stroke. It was about like this guy walking around like slowly jerking off, and it was all this stuff. And
it's a biography of me.
It's a biography, and then this poor lady had to like act all of that out and just like,
just slow jerking.
Just
how many times? What if she just threw up? Like that was all. Like, she had no way of describing what you were talking about. She goes and like gag herself, and get back to signing other dicks and vagina jokes.
She just holds up a written sign that just says, "I hate this guy."
This
and
is
just
terrible.
cries for the rest of the show.
They didn't pay me enough. I'm going home. He just hangs it on like a little easel.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
And waves goodbye. That's it for the To You from Internet for this week.
Okay.
We do have a couple updates that I wanted to get to before we officially say goodbye here.
I like updates.
So let's get a couple of those. This first one is from fellow dummy Dana Palmer, who writes, I think it was the first episode where Joe was talking about getting a blowjob and his dad walked in. It was my stepdad.
Oh, yeah.
But then he bought the excuse or, you know, played off that he did that I had a glow-in-the-dark t-shirt that I wanted to show her. That's why she was under the cover sucking my dick. Well, it reminded me of a time in 2009 when I was just out of AIT, Advanced Individual Training for the National Guard. I got back to my home state of Wyoming and got in my unit just to find out we were being deployed in a month or two to Iraq.
Okay.
The way it works with the National Guard is they do this pre-mobilization training at their home state before they leave to mobilize. Well, we had just got back from pre-mob, and I had been talking to this girl, playing the facts that, of course, I'm deploying. She insisted that we meet. True guy stuff. I get it.
Right.
So I went to her parents' house, where she was still living. I met everyone, stayed there till everyone went to bed, and we made plans to sneak me back in through her window.
Nice.
Remembering I had just got back from pre-mob training, well, I didn't have time to even change out of my uniform, and now I'm sneaking into the window at night, still in full uniform.
It's on a mission.
Yeah. Well, we started to get frisky under the sheets when we heard someone in the bathroom just outside her room. She told me to keep going, and then she hit her head against the wall, getting into it. Her dad came in.
Oh, God.
And she threw some blankets over me. Well, I'm 6'1", 230 pounds in a military uniform, so I'm kind of hard to hide. She tried to tell her dad that she just hit her head and that it was okay for him to leave. Bye. Good night, honey. He decided to turn the lights on and saw his naked daughter and a half-naked soldier in her bed. That's when I grabbed my stuff and bolted out the door. I never heard from her again until a few months later when she wanted to pass a message along from her dad that said, "You're lucky I didn't have a gun that night."
Oh my
anyway,
God.
Sorry for the long email. I started listening to Dan this year with Time Suck and then quickly came over to Scared to Death. And I'm glad to see you guys have another show to fill my long days as a truck driver. Dana
yay.
Palmer.
Thanks, Dana.
I mean, that's I can see that situation unfolding from both angles, from being a dumb kid.
Yep.
As plenty of stories have shined that of a shining example from my life. And then, of course, from a father.
Yeah.
Like seeing that situation and how raged you would be to walk in on that. It'd be a lot to take in.
He had the wrong uniform on. Too bad he wasn't wearing his camouflage.
Yes, and then
he could have just flattened himself against the wall.
That would have been a great camouflage sheets. Like all of it just like super cool. His face is painted.
Just flat against the
I
wall.
can see you. And he's just,
dude, the wall is white. It makes you more noticeable.
His eyes are like not blinking.
No, I'm in the brush.
God damn, just get out
Get
of
out
here.
of this. Come on.
Be a bummer if he was he never would have gotten in there if he was the accordion legs guy.
He slides down the wall as if he's still invisible and then just like bends himself around the door frame and just slides on down the wall out of the house.
Slugs his way out. Squeak. And then we have one more update to get here. This is dummy Landon Croft. He writes, Dan and Joe, it's your boy Landon from Blackfoot, Idaho, coming at you with a dumb story about my personal experience eating bees.
Oh, eating bees.
Yeah,
that's
we talked
right.
about that one dude
who mashed them.
Mashed all the wasps. I currently work on a tree farm and enjoy drink cold, crisp Arizona iced teas to help cool off in the summer sun.
I love those.
Last year, I had the unfortunate experience of intentionally ingesting a wasp.
Because those things are so sugary.
You almost drank a wasp on the boat that we were on.
Oh, yeah, I did.
It flew in your drink.
Flew in my drink.
Then it actually went in your mouth? Or
it did go in my
almost
mouth. And then I grabbed it and flicked it out. Yeah.
So you could have been another example. I was taking a break to get a drink of the iced tea and noticed a few wasps flying around the lip of the can. I, showed them away, took a nice big gulp, and felt something caress my throat, dingleberry, as it went down. Whatever, the uvula, whatever they're called.
Yeah. I don't know actually. Why did I say yeah? I have no idea.
No,
that's
100%.
Uvula.
Just
I have
your
no idea what's
lab
that
code.
thing.
I looked at my coworker and told him I'm almost positive I swallowed something, probably a wasp, that got in my drink. He shrugged it off as it was unlikely. Sure enough, not 3 minutes later, my chest was on fire because the dirty bastard stung me on the way to my stomach.
Oh no!
I had to get rushed to the ER because my airway was closing off. The only thing the doctor suggested I do was take Benadryl and a shot of lidocaine to numb the pain. After a few long hours, I was finally able to breathe normal and only had slight chest pain for the remainder of the night. This is where it starts getting fun, depending on who you are. If you're not him.
Okay.
Not 2 months later, I was fishing and came across a sweet spot on the river. You know about that.
Yeah, I'm an avid fisherman.
You are. As I was cutting through some trees, I felt a stick poking into the back of my leg. I reached down to brush it off and saw my entire leg covered in wasps.
Oh my God.
I got
right
stung,
into it.
I stung so many times. I spent an entire day in the emergency room because my body and airway was freezing up. The doctors couldn't help but laugh at me because they remembered me from a couple months earlier from the story above. Same hospital, same guys.
That's a big guy.
I now have to carry an EpiPen with me because the doctors are afraid that even one wasp could sting me and put me into shock. I apologize for the long-winded story. But I couldn't help but chuckle when you guys talked about the kinky homeboy eating the nest. Thanks for putting out such great content. Best regards from a fellow time sucker. Landon,
if you have any more problems with wasps, I'll come down there with so much gasoline, and we'll burn your entire fucking house down to get rid of those wasps.
But
not listen. But what I won't do is I won't put the canister within 10 feet of that goddamn fire.
No, it fucking better not.
It'll be a big fire.
Okay,
but I won't put that close to it.
You promise?
Promise.
Okay, very good.
I pictured that first part. I pictured him getting stung on the way down, you said. And then I pictured when you were saying like the story gets crazier, my stupid brain went to he shits out the still living wasp somehow, and it stings him on his butthole and then flies out of those toilets.
It's an origin story for Wasp Man. That's all it is. Well, that's it for our show. That's it. We're going to wrap things up now. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I loved it. As always, thanks to Zach Cohen for creating some custom music beds for the show.
Thank you, Zach.
Thanks to Logan and Kate, also known as The Keith.
And thanks to Zach Cohen on the, I know I say, but I do appreciate on the Scared of the Soundbed. He's a soundbed master.
He's a soundbed master, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, good bud of mine. He's doing that. And if you ever need for soundbeds,
Zach Cohen.
Zach, he kills it, man. But Logan and Kate at Spicy Club continuing to pump out the best merch in the podcast game, managing our social media accounts. Zach Flannery and his chiseled jaw for producing
Sexy
and directing.
ass
Dude, his jawline. You kidding me?
I know.
That's enough. That's enough of that.
Is it?
Get it off. No.
It's not. It's not enough.
It is.
I tell you, I had him over at my house the other night just so I could sharpen my kitchen knives on his jaw.
Oh my God.
It was a lovely evening.
You know what my wife Lindsay calls Zach?
What?
Viagra.
Fuck. God damn it.
You can also find us online at isbedumb.com. Again, our threads are available for not only our show, but all three of our podcasts at badmagicmerch.com. All four, if you are, Space Lizard, of course.
Yes.
Our YouTube channel, Bad Magic Productions. You have something you want to see on the show, it's anything that's segment related, that's dumb at isbedumb.com. If you just want to say or have any questions about the show, that's info at isbedumb.com. Well over 1,000 reviews on Apple alone. Everybody's checking it out. I know we want to again, we've done it earlier, but a big thanks to Pandora once again.
They've been promoting us again, featuring us in some special like what's hot section of like the podcasts on the Pandora app. So thank you so much. Lots of love they've been giving us.
And a big thanks to our listeners. It is crazy to go on Pandora and you just kind of scroll for a little bit, and then on the main page there's Is We Done.
Boom.
So that's all thanks to our listeners checking us out and spreading the word, and giving them the confidence to kind of promote us and not be ashamed about it. like you would be if you were wearing roller skates, running through the dirt.
Blades. God damn it!
All right, let's truly wrap this thing up with wow, meet sack.
Wow, neat fact.
This is a good one.
Okay.
Go ahead and bring it up. Did you know the Cookie Monster has a real name? It's Sid. Did you fucking know that, dude?
I feel like my whole life has been a lie.
I know. Sid.
Sid?